So here, we have Uraraka prepping for her fight against Bakugo.
Bakugo, and that's just a bad matchup already. We'll get into that because we have
There's
that
a whole
episode. But
here, what we're seeing is Midoriya saying, "Hey, I've known Bakugo my whole life, basically. Do you want my notebook about his strengths and weaknesses?" And I love Uraraka here because she gives the thumbs up. No, I'm good. Just she knows that
she's got to do it on her own. That's she can't depend on Midoriya forever.
Now, what I love that I'm just noticing now is that she doesn't have a straight smile.
She's nervous. I'd be nervous against Bakugo. Yeah, sure.
So it's like, good on you for putting on the brave face, because I would take that notebook and cry and cry
yeah.
if I had to fight him.
Absolutely, yeah. It's but I like her positivity. So we go back to Kirishima and Tetsu, and they knock each other out. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Because they
have the
so
same
similar.
quirk. They're both Meta Knight. Now, Midnight here declares a draw, of course, as mentioned before, there can't be a draw. So they're going to deal with it in the next episode.
Yes. And there's Bakugo with his angry bitch face.
Yeah, he's not happy. And there's Uraraka just composing herself, knowing the storm's about to come.
Here we go. Episode 9. Here we go.
Now, everybody knows Bakugo is clearly the better fighter. 1, because of his attitude. 2, because of him winning. And him just, having the confidence to say he's going to win again. And Uraraka is just anti-gravity. So, we already know how the crowd feels about the underdog. They're very much like the real world. Oh no, we don't want you to lose that badly. Yeah. But
Bakugo is relentless. He's just going to use his firepower. And, a way for Uraraka to win is if she just touches Bakugo and just make him go sailing. Because she could control, his gravity if that happens. But she's got to get close enough.
And Bakugo here just got fooled because he's been literally playing the cat and mouse game, because he knows that if he's touched, he's probably going to lose.
Yeah. So he's just trying to keep Uraraka, far from him.
Yeah. And here he's like, oh crap, I'm about to lose again.
Yeah, she does this cool thing with her uniform and like, oh no, it's a decoy, and Uraraka
she makes it anti-gravity and
tries to go for a sneak attack. Doesn't work though because he's Bakugo, and he just
fires an explosion.
And he keeps on doing that. Just fires explosions into the ground.
Yeah.
And he just seems like an impossible opponent.
Right, just to go a little deeper into his quirk, because I just like talking about Bakugo. He's actually my favorite character, and this fight is where I fell in love with him. He actually makes nitroglycerin instead of sweat, or his sweat is part of nitroglycerin, and he controls it that way. Where he's not firing explosions, but he's sweating volatile stuff.
Well, he's making explosions.
He is, but there's a science, and that science is important to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to make sense. They just have to say it.
So.
And I love this shot because here, clearly Bakugo is the bad guy in just the way they framed it.
And the audience is getting mad because they think Bakugo is being a bully. Why are you picking on this, this girl here?
Yeah, they think that Bakugo is toying with Uraraka, but no. He's like, I'm just trying not to lose because she has one move that will clearly win.
Yeah, the teacher, Mr. Aizawa, he comments that, to give your opponent your all, that's a sincere form of respect. If you're actually holding back, that means you're disrespecting your opponent. Yeah. So in a way, Bakugo is honoring Uraraka by doing his best, even though he looks brutal.
Yeah, because they don't realize that here she's really trying to win.
Oh yes.
And even though he's winning overwhelmingly, He's like, I could lose in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, yeah. If he's just touched once, he'd get out of that ring.
Now we've been watching the entire fight. Bakugo using his explosion power on the ground. We're seeing all this scarring, and you're like, oh, they must have forgot about physics, where if you make something crumble, there's got to be debris.
Yes.
But no. The creators of the show didn't forget about that. What's happening is Uraraka is using her anti-gravity to make it a cloud of stones.
And she basically creates a meteor shower. And it's such a great moment. And, like, you gain so much respect for Uraraka. I mean...
This was her game plan the whole time. I'm going to survive long enough to make it rain.
Yeah.
So here, Bakugo has a choice. Do I defend against Uraraka or do I defend against the meteor showers?
Yeah.
And he basically doesn't have to choose because he just...
He does one giant explosion. He takes care of both. He just, bam! Does a giant impact. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, and that was the best Uraraka could do. And
what we don't notice because we're scrubbing it quickly, but Bakugo's hand shaking.
Oh, well, yeah.
Like
it's very hard to get a frame like that. There we go. Hold on. Let me see if there we go.
His hand is shaking there
because it was just that took a lot. It took a lot out of him.
Yeah.
He's not going to show it to people,
but
it's just
he's like, oh, this girl right here, this woman, this lady. Well, she's a girl. She's a teenager, preteen.
Yeah.
His opponent just like, oh, she pushed me to my limit, and I love that. He's not gonna say it, but he definitely felt it. And if we could scrub back just a little bit, he had this look of, oh, I finally get to fight hard now.
All right, here we go. He's ready, and that's
because he loves the fight. He loves the fight.
But Uraraka,
and she's just like, I survived a shockwave. I think I have a concussion.
She wants to fight. Her body just doesn't want to, though.
Her mind is willing.
Her mind is willing. Her soul is just...
It's there, but her body is
nope,
shelly.
No. And she's just...
And she got KO'd.
She
was
down.
We brushed upon it earlier, but
yes.
Here, it's like she sees her family as she's losing because she knows why she wants to fight. And I love that like you learn at least in this show you learn about the characters and their motivations, and it's like makes that fight even better.
Yeah. So Uraraka, she loses. Bakugo confronts Deku like you gave her notes, didn't you? And like Deku's like no, she fought wrong.
And now he's even more mad. Because it's like, wait, what? That was her who almost beat me, and then his friends are telling him, oh, why do you pick on that frail girl? And Bakugo's response is, there's nothing frail about her.
Nothing frail about her.
Ah,
that's a compliment from like as far as compliments go. That's from Bakugo. That's high praise.
Yeah, he's not gonna say, oh, you did a good job or you almost beat me. He's just like, that was a worthy opponent.
Yeah. Uraraka with Deku is putting on a brave face. She just got healed by the
nurse,
recovery girl, the nurse.
She gave her a little kiss on the cheek.
A little kiss on the cheek. But with Midoriya, she's like, oh, that Bakugo, I almost had him. Oh boy.
Yeah.
And
of course Midoriya's like, yeah, you did a great job. And she's like, cool, I need to heal now because, oh wait, no, my dad's calling. And we see how people are different in front of different people.
Yeah. So...
Because here, she just totally doesn't have that attitude of everything is good.
She's talking to her dad and she just feels like a failure. And she let her family down,
and her dad's like, "What are you talking about? You almost beat the guy who's supposed to win all this." Yeah. So he's just excited that like his baby girl is now becoming like this
and then,
powerful superhero.
Yeah, she has a lot on her mind because she wants to provide for her family and she's in a big rush. But it's like
he's like, don't grow up so fast.
Don't grow up so fast.
This is your freshman year.
Yeah,